Alright guys, this video is long overdue. It's something that I've wanted to make for several years now, and pretty much what this video is going to consist of is how to take care of fireworks that are either broken or fell apart. You can't really throw them away in the garbage because that is a hazard to the garbage collection company. You just don't want these things in any trash can. Now it might seem like you could just water these down and then bury them, but that would poison the ground. So we've all been there. It's the 4th of July. You wake up the next day and you find all these fireworks laying around your yard. Some of them did not go off. What do you do next? So we've got 3 different sets of examples of things that could happen and probably have happened to you in the past. So we're going to go ahead and start with the items in this bag here. Now inside this bag we've got some shells that didn't go off, and of course we've now lost the lift charge on them, and they look something like this. Now your first instinct might be to take a device like this apart and collect the powder and make your own fireworks. I don't recommend doing that, and so today we're going to show you how to dispose of things like this in a safe way and still make it really cool. This one here is the header for a rocket firework, and so what happens in this scenario is it goes up. You know, the rocket shell doesn't go off, and then when it hits the ground, so the rocket goes up, falls to the ground, this part actually falls off. And you might be finding this thinking you can just relight that fuse, but let me tell you, this right here is a quick fuse. So if you were to light this with a Bic lighter, it would go off in your hand before you have time to let it go. Very scary stuff, and so we're going to show you how to dispose of these safely in this video. Another example you might have right here is a canister shell that is missing the lift charge in the bottom. And all the items in this bag are going to be disposed of the same way. Right here we've got a bag of some loose firework stars. This might happen if your shells fall apart. We're going to show you how to get rid of something like this too. Now every once in a while you will come across a water damaged or destroyed cake, and you didn't realize it was destroyed until you got home from the fireworks store and you're looking at this going, well, what the heck am I going to do with this firework? I mean, how am I going to be able to light this off safely on the 4th of July and not have it tip over? You never really know when the status of your cake is like this, so take a look. We can very easily remove the bottom, and it's just a bunch of exposed tubes. This is not something that I would recommend just lighting on the ground and hoping for the best on the 4th. It's these items in particular that love to tip over, and this one, no exception, especially with how destroyed the cake is. If anything were to go wrong when you light this off, you're not talking about just one shell. You're talking about all of these different tubes that may be shooting off in different directions. We don't want to do that. Now your instincts may tell you to just go ahead and light them off anyway, or cut them open, harvest the powder, and make your own fireworks. None of these options are safe options, and they are not options that I would recommend. Instead, you would be much better off with these 3 options. So, number 1, you can always return these fireworks to the fireworks store if they are safe and obviously have had plenty of time to cool down. Most fireworks stores offer what's called a no dud guarantee, and this may be something you want to look into before proceeding with the other 2 options. Option number 2, if you find a firework the day after the 4th of July that did not finish all the way, or it looks like something that maybe had a malfunction, you can always call your local fire department, and they have ways, like we're doing in this video, to dispose of them for you, and then you don't even have to worry about it. Option number 3 is what we're going to be doing in this video. So the best way to get rid of malfunctioning fireworks is to incinerate them. And what I mean by that is not just in your backyard burn pit, okay? A lot of us live in town, and it's not safe to do something like this in town. Out here in the country, or I guess we're at the farm, so we've got this massive hole in the ground with a bunch of stuff, and we burn it once a year. So these are things like trees that maybe come down in storms, or just loose wood that we had laying around the farm. Now these are all burnable materials, but we have a large enough hole in the ground to burn them in, and we can also put these fireworks in that same burn hole and safely detonate them without even having to do anything with a fuse and a lighter. Now, unless you have the exact same setup that we do, that you're seeing in this video, so what I mean by that is a 20-foot hole in the ground that's the size of a swimming pool, I would not recommend you try to dispose of your own fireworks at home. And you would much rather want to do option 1 or 2. Go get your money back, get some new fireworks from the store if they offer that no dud guarantee. or have the fire department do this for you. Now, without any further ado, we're gonna take you up to that massive burn pit and show you how to dispose of these things safely. So as you can see, we're down here in the big 20-foot hole in the ground. This is gonna be the safest way to dispose of your fireworks that don't work anymore. I'm gonna be building a couple different stations here. I think the cakes are gonna go further down that way since that's the more deeper part of the hole, and if they tip over and shoot in all sorts of directions, we definitely want it in the deepest part. The bag of powder is probably gonna go about right here, and I'm thinking the shells are gonna go somewhere up here on this pallet. So we'll have these 3 different stations to look at, and then I'll set up a camera on a tripod somewhere over there so we can get back a safe distance and see how these things perform under fire. All right, so here's the situation. We've got the 3 broken 200-gram cakes right there, and then just above that on this other pallet, as you can see, we've got the bag of loose firework stars. We've got our bag of canister shells and ball shells and things that fell out of rockets and cakes. I'm hoping that none of those fall through the pallet and down into the hay. Now the tripod, I'm probably gonna put it like over there somewhere. And then obviously I'll try to film what I can in my hand. All right, it's almost go time. And we got all of our stuff down in the burn pit. Got a camera up there, one over there. We're just about to light it. All right, here we go. Fire is started. Not sure what's gonna happen, but the bag of powder should go first. These are like loose firework stars. So we'll see what happens when the fire gets to that. Well, there went the bag of stars. It looks like shells might go next. Pretty sure that bag of shells is on fire now. So we should be seeing some action here shortly. All right, things are really popping off. This is the cakes.
Still works, that's good.
Yeah, that's cool. Well guys, that is how you safely dispose of fireworks. Again, wide open space, we're not in town. And remember option 1 and 2, go get your money back from the fireworks store with the no dud guarantee, or have the fire department do this for you. They would be happy to light off some fireworks. Usually the guys on the fire department love blowing stuff up, so definitely be safe about it. We'll see you next time.